Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you guys had a fantastic day yesterday, the holidays, all that good stuff. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make NBA DFS content. As always, these videos go over to a subreddit. I will have that linked down below. I make updates with all the news that comes out throughout the day. You can ask me questions leading up to lock about the slates, so I will have that over there. If you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can get a hold of me on Twitter. And then I'll have that down below. And if you're looking for more in-depth content, sportsbook plays, player pools, cores, all that good stuff, I will have my Discord linked down below. I've been a proven sportsbook winner for a couple years now since I first started. So like a little bit of extra gain there, if you want like some easy income. All right, let's go over my lineup from yesterday. I had two lineups. This was the one that cashed. I thought I was in for just an absolutely massive night last night until the Indiana game blew out, and I lost fourth quarter from Jarace Walker, Pascal Siakam. I thought I was going to absolutely shatter the entire slate, but then Jalen Johnson, well, minus the fourth quarter run for those Pacers, then Jalen Johnson, who was another play, obviously I was very, very high on, broke the slate. And then that Knicks game, Josh Hart I think he had like 20 fantasy points in the last like 8 minutes or so. That absolutely murdered me. So yeah, I was up there for a long time until the absolute terrible run out that I experienced in the Pacers game and Jalen Johnson breaking the slate and then Josh Hart breaking the slate. It was an eventful turn that I don't want to experience again because I thought I was like, oh yeah, today's going to be a massive day, and then I come back and it's like just terrorism, just min cash. As you can see, my core for this slate was Cade Cunningham, only 18% owned in one of the best possible matchups you could possibly get. Whenever somebody sees Orlando next to a player, they just don't want to play him. It's an edge that I've had for a long time, and I guess I'm giving that edge out to you guys. I mean, it's an edge that you guys already know, but they have to be a pick and roll ball handler. That's the thing. They have to be a guard, and they have to be running a lot of pick and roll. Other core plays: Sar core, Drace core, T.J. McConnell core. Definitely chalk. I thought you couldn't really get away from. And I rounded out my lineup with Quentin Grimes at only 20%. I liked quite a bit. Clowney and maybe J Huff was core. I don't remember. My memory is really bad. Maybe I think it was TJ, Cade, Huff, Sar. Maybe it was one of Sar or Huff. I'm not entirely sure. All right. Actually, I can just look. Actually, what was it? It was T.J. McConnell, Drace Walker, Alex Sar, Cade Cunningham. Yeah, okay. All right, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game slate for Sunday. Football Sunday, so I know a lot of you guys don't play on Sundays, so we'll just slide right through the slate. All right, matchup notes. It's a back-to-back here for Boston. Keta had a career game tonight, but I thought he hurt his hand at one point. Just keep an eye on that. It's a back-to-back. We could, like, Jaylen Brown was on the injury report. We could possibly get him out, I suppose. But right now we're going to go under the assumption that everybody is going to be in. This is a matchup that I don't love to target bigs with. So, like, Keta, I think I'll pass on at 5.1K, but he is a playable value. The minute's been way up. Production's been up. That game today, I took his unders, by the way, on Sportsbooks. I couldn't believe my eyes what I was witnessing. We do have the rotation up for today. Jordan Walsh had a nothing burger. I believe he didn't record a single stat. Okay, he got 2 rebounds in the last minutes. He was at like 15 minutes with 0 stats. Yeah, Jordan Walsh, 19 minutes. Jaylen Brown, big minutes, but like I said, they're on a back-to-back. Keta had a career night. Still was only a +0. Pritchard, 30 minutes. Derek White. We know what they're going to do. They're going to go with the hot hand between like Simons, Jordan Walsh, Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser got the big bump tonight. And like I said, this is not a matchup I like to target, especially with bigs, so I'll probably be passing with Keta there. I think Pritchard, Derek White, more interesting to me if like Jaylen Brown potentially sits in this game on a back-to-back, but I don't think I'm going to be going out of my way to play really any of the top 3 guys here. I think Jaylen Brown is going to be my favorite. He's still far too cheap, in my opinion, for the role that he has, obviously, with no Jason Tatum. And Draftkings is doing a terrible job at pricing him up. Just the ceiling is absolutely massive for him. He has opportunities for like weak side rebounding and stuff like that, so maybe the floor is a little bit higher in this spot. So he would be my favorite play. Simons has always been playing tournaments just because the ceiling is massive. He could always get extended when he's playing well. Just a bad spot here. Luka Garza I wouldn't really be playing unless we get like Keta out here. Jordan Wallace, no thank you. Sam Hauser, you could throw darts, but I don't want to play him into any ownership tomorrow if he is owned. All right, let's move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fine spot here going up against Boston. Boston's paint D has been really good. I still can't figure out if it's been an outlier or not, but Keta's been great. We have Jared Allen out, Max Strus out, LaMelo Ball out. Sam Merrill also out. Starters should be Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Tyson would be my guess, and then you're going to get bumps for like Dean Wade. All right, so we know the deal. With no Jared Allen, Evan Mobley gets the biggest bump at 8.5K. Hunter's going to get a bump at 6.1K. I think I prefer I think I prefer Mobley between the two at 8.5K. Just rebounding upside goes way, way up. He has not been amazing this year, I will say. So it's only a tournament play for me, but he has more double-double upside, going to do more on offense, probably play more minutes as well. So I don't mind Mobley there. Donovan Mitchell has also just been automatic this season, averaging 30 points per game, 4.7, 5.3, but with Darius Garland coming back, the peripherals do go down a little bit, but I still like Donovan Mitchell there. If I had to pick between like Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, I think it's like maybe slightly into Mitchell, but I don't know. Whoever's lower owned is who I'd rather play, I guess is the answer there. All right, Darius Garland at 6.4K. Played 33 minutes on the 28th. If he's going to be entirely off his minutes restriction, this is just way too cheap of a price point for him. So I really like some Darius Garland there. Hunter, more so priced correctly. Yeah, and if we get like Tyson starting at 4.5K, I think he's a strong value. Good rebounder. Going to shoot a decent bit, so like the floor is decent with him. But the ceiling not necessarily like massive. Like if you want to fade, like if he's chalk tomorrow, you could absolutely fade. I wouldn't call him anywhere near a must. I don't think he's absolutely going to kill you if you fade. I'm not going to play like Dean Wade. I just can't do it. All right, let's move on to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some big news here. Isaiah Hartenstein missed the last game. We'll see if he's going to be playing for tomorrow. I don't believe we got news yet. That could mean some things. AJ Mitchell got hurt last game, only played 5 minutes. We'll see if he plays. We could have Aaron Wiggins back, but I would expect him to be out here. So we can take a look at the rotation for the last game. Lou Dort got to 29 minutes, Kaysen 32, Chet Holmgren 32, SGA 35, Jalen Williams also back as well. So that hurts all the secondary pieces. Good to see him back finally. And then, yeah, AJ Mitchell got hurt, so you saw the biggest bump for Isaiah Joe, and you saw a bump for Alex Caruso. All right, yeah, so with no Isaiah Hartenstein, I think Jalen Williams is intriguing in tournaments at 4.3K. We know he's a really good point per minute guy, going to be in the rotation regardless. They're going to give him more run. Like, if I knew Jalen Williams got 21 minutes tomorrow with no Isaiah Hartenstein, I would definitely say he's a pretty good value. And then, yeah, if, like, all three of these guys are out, you're going to see more minutes for the wings. Like, you're going to get, like, what else? Like, all the guards down here, they're probably going to have to play a bit more. Like, Kaysen, Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe. Joe probably the highest ceiling. Kaysen probably the safest. I do prefer Kaysen Wallace to Lou Dort, but they're all playables. And then Alex Caruso will probably get a bump as well. Like, all similar. You guys know, like, this OKC value. Good thing they're running, like, normal rotations this year, though. Jalen Williams was on a minutes limit last game, so kind of tough to get there. Chet Holmgren, I like the spot here. Should play low 30s minutes, has a massive ceiling. Nobody continues to play him in tournaments. I have interest there, and if you think this game does stay competitive, I like SGA a ton up at the top. All right, yeah, and if Hart's in, all these guys are in, I'm not going to mess with anyone below Isaiah Hartenstein, really, to be honest. All right, let's move on to Portland. So, same guys are going to remain out here. This is a spot that I hate to target, so I will mainly be letting the field click on these guys. So, I think the only guy I really have any interest in is Denny at 9.6K, just because he is, like, literally one of the highest usage rates in the league right now, and he's doing everything for this team. But this is not a spot I like to attack. And we always get ownership on the Portland side with Drew Holiday out, so I'll just be under the field to mostly all of them. All right, let's move on to the Atlanta side here. Porzingis is going to be out. Obviously, Trae Young is going to be out. So the same situation as last game. Guy had a really good game off the bench. I will not be chasing that. and then we should just see big minutes for the starters minus Zachary. All right, yeah, this is an amazing spot. Amazing spot. So, Jalen Johnson, I mean, 10.1K price point. Who would have thought? But if you fade him, your butt's going to be clenched all night. I think it's a phenomenal spend up, especially with no Kristaps Porzingis. Triple-double threat every single night. The matchup doesn't get better. I mean, there's better matchups, but this matchup's pretty good. So I love Jalen Johnson there up at the top. Onyeka Okongwu, I mean, there's possibly no Drummond on the other side of this game. He should be able to have his way with anyone they put up on him. He has also been incredible. Shot volume way up from last year. Rebounding great. I love Onyeka Okongwu at 7.2K. Nickeil Alexander-Walker at 6.6K. I think it's a solid play in the mid-range. Dyson's playable. Richardson's playable value. I don't know if I'm going to get into much else. Like I said, I'm not going to chase this guy game for sure. All right, more news here. So, Kelly Oubre out, Trendon Watford out, Joel Embiid out, Andre Drummond questionable. He barely he got injured in the second quarter, I believe. How many points did he score? 7? I was debating his props. Kelly Oubre out, like I said, VJ we could have back. Paul George is going to be in, Joel Embiid out, Trendon Watford out. First off, if Andre Drummond is out here, and we get VJ out once again here, Edem Bona at 4.1K would be a really good value. Then I would also like some Dominic Barlow at 4.5K. Jabari Walker's going to have to probably see a bit more run at 3.6K. What else? I'd love Maxey at a sub 10K price point. That price point's just way too cheap. Paul George still going to remain on a minutes limit, so hard to get there. But I like what Quentin Grimes is doing right now. He is just playing massive minutes right now. If no VJ Edgecombe, I like him a ton. And then I like those bigs, and McCain's playable. Just harder to get to with like Paul George back. All right. Yeah, I don't mind McCain. High usage guy off the bat. Yeah, it's fine. What else? What am I forgetting here? Oh, if Drummond and VJ are in, then yeah, I still love Maxey. Drum I'd have some interest in. Just worried about the injury. Quentin Grimes downgrade. VJ downgrade himself. I think it mainly just be the top guys here for me. Some interest in Grimes, some interest in VJ. Love Tyrese Maxey. Probably be off the values mainly. You can get the Barlow still, I suppose. All right, let's move on to Toronto. This is a great matchup for them, a spot that I definitely would love to attack here. They are also going to be on a back-to-back for this game. Let's see what they did for minutes tonight, actually. They are going to overtime, so that's a little bit interesting. This is also, like I said, a back-to-back. So we can see Jakob Poeltl 30 in regulation. Yeah, just big minutes for everyone. Sandro crushing off the bench per usual. Minutes split off of the bench. Yeah, this is a matchup I love to attack. I mean, I love Scotty Barnes. I love Brandon Ingram. I love Quickly. I think Jakob Poeltl's fine at 5.8K. Sandro's playable. Shed's playable. Kobe Walter's been starting. He's fine. If RJ Barrett is out or continues to be out, how long is he going to be out? No structural damage. He's been diagnosed with sprain. Yeah, he's gonna remain out here. So I think my favorites are gonna be Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram, but I always love to attack New York. Like they've been horribly defensively, especially against like 3-point shooting and stuff like that, mid range, etc., etc. Also they what was I gonna say? I'm just yapping at this point. Poeltl probably my least favorite. And like I said, Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram are my two favorites. And then Quickly's playable. Sandro, Shed, the values are playable as well. But definitely a team. I think playing one Toronto tomorrow definitely makes some sense for sure. All right, moving on to the Knicks. OG and Shamet are going to be out. Josh Hart's been starting. He's been incredible, playing massive minutes. The Josh Hart of last year. It provides an incredible floor. You're paying a premium for him now, but still fine. I've been really good at picking the matchups between these two. I did get the last one wrong. I think I prefer Cat in this spot, but I always like them. Miles is fine at 4.9. Mitchell Robinson should play teens minutes, like whatever. All right, Spurs, tougher spot here. Same thing as always. Fox had a lackluster game last game. Was this the game? I thought he played Denver. I guess I have the wrong game up. But Denver was doing a really good job shutting down Fox. Yeah, going to be unowned. The role's going to be amazing. Spots like okay. Minnesota hasn't been as a defensive juggernaut as they were last year. So if no one's going to play him, I'm definitely interested. Vassell's been like up. He's been down. He's been up and down and up and down. Finally had a breakout performance last game. Minutes are going to be there. Ownership is going to be low. I always have interest. Not necessarily the best spot. Keldon, kind of the same thing. More so priced correctly. I do like Champagny, though. And here's my reasoning why. The minutes have been way up. 2 games ago, they started giving him backup 5 run. For the Denver game, I believe they also gave him backup 5 run. And that really boosts his ceiling, and it really boosts his floor, and he's playing a ton of minutes. Let me see. Looks like Luke Cornett was out there. But he got backup 5 run. Where is... So, get here. Where's that without Cornett? Some here. Here. And the middle of here. Which just really, really helps him. Where's Kelly? Yeah, so he played mostly when Champ was off. 11/26. Let me pull up the 26th. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here, backup 5. Backup 5. It looked like they barely played Kelly that game. Barely Kelly. Yeah, so looks like he's getting some backup 5 runs still. The minutes are massive. 5.5K price point. I think this is a spot where nobody's going to want to play him at that price point. So I definitely have some interest there. I'm not going to get to like Barnes, Luke Cornett. Minnesota, yeah, I love Ant. I think the price point's a joke. Really, really like him. Roll's been amazing. I wouldn't say price point's a joke, but I love the ceiling. Minutes are massive, playing 40 minutes a night right now. Randall's fine at 8-2. Rudy Gobert should be able to feast in the spot. I actually do like him quite a bit in tournaments. Nas got hurt but came back. Keep an eye on that. Don't love McDaniels. Dante at 5.3K is just like playable. And then I think that's mainly it for me. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the slate. Hope you guys had a great night, and I will talk to y'all later.